So over a couple of live streams, we have been setting up some rainbow swatches in my long-term collections notebook, effectively swatching by color, which has actually been really helpful so far. And today we're trying to finish them off. So you can see we've got our oranges, we have our reds, which I distinctly have less of. Yellows looking pretty good. Greens coming out in force, and that's like because we can just see green better, I'm pretty sure, but lots of different greens. I really kind of wish I had made a teal section, but that is an aside. We've got our blues looking good. We have purple, and then pink, and then what is it, brown next? Yes, our browns and our grayscales. So we are continuing these. I've written myself a little list of the pens that I still need to swatch in here. We're going to see how many we can get through. My hope is that we can actually get through all of them, but we will see what happens. Listening from the comfort of your doona, excellent. Happy to keep you and your doona company. So you'll see that I have given them little, like, I don't know, what's the word, like a code kind of a thing, so that when I put them in here, I know which pen they actually are. For instance, T was for the Tombos, and then C was for the Crayola Super Tips. I kind of wish I had done CS for those, but it's fine. ML for mild liner, SS for string and space highlighter, KM for Karen marker, and then TF for Tombow Fudenosuke, which is kind of funny because now we have Staedtler Triplus Fineliner, so that has to be the STF. So all of these ones actually ended up with 3 letters in their code just because I didn't want to have one that said MF. I'm like, yeah, my MF pen. So Papermate Flair, and then Papermate Inkjoy. We've got the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pens, the Archer and Olive Calligraphs and Acrylographs, and then our Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. I was debating whether I put pencils in here. I've decided against it because this is my pen swatches, not my pencil swatches, and I could not be bothered. So instead, we're going to start with, okay, I'm a little conflicted about where we start, only because I would like to start with the Calligraphs because they are the closest, but I also know that I've got more on the way, so I kind of want to put them last so that then I can add the other ones to it, kind of like with these mild liners, like not so much on this page, but we had 2 mild liners here, and then I got more mild liners and I had to add some to the end. Let's see, I think I did that for the blue, possibly? Oh, here we go. Mild liner fuchsia. Yeah. So the mild liners for the other pinks that I had were down here, and then I got some more mild liners and I had to put them up here. So, oops. I don't have the Ohuhu markers, but I'm like tempted to get them. I've seen a lot of different people using them, and now I'm kind of curious. But I also like know that I do not need them because this is not my full pen collection. I have enough bloody pens, but I'm tempted. Alrighty, we'll go with Calligraphs first. I keep my Calligraphs in this very stylish, super cheap makeup bag. I got it because it had little stars. You can kind of see them. They're cute. So we unzip that guy. They're very unceremoniously just kind of dumped in here. I do appreciate that the majority of the Calligraphs, not this one, that is a spoiler, apologies. Most of the Calligraphs do have names on them, except for the ones that come from the sub boxes. So this one was from I think it was the first sub box that we got, Calligraphs. So it doesn't have names on it. So I might need to put those to the side, but everything else does have a name on it, which makes it a little bit easier. So we're going to grab these out. We're going to put them into a little pile for each of the colors so that then we can swatch them a little bit easier. But along with the other, along with these ones that are in this bag, I've also got some more that recently arrived. So, and there we go. That one there. Oof. You know, I probably could have turned to my Calliograph page first. That would have made a little more sense. But it didn't. So we're going to keep on keeping on. The easiest color to pick out is probably green, because that in theory should give us quite a few pens, because as we've seen with every other pen set, green seems to be the most populated one. So we'll grab all of those out. We are going to do a little test on probably this piece of paper for any of the ones that are a little bit more contentious. So any of the greens that are like, could you actually be a blue? Blues. Like, that blue is obviously pretty blue, but there are some teal blue, kind of teal green blues that are a little bit tricky to figure out. So just gently going and shoving them in different places as we work through. That one is a grey, so we can go towards the end. More greens, more greens, more greens. I was considering doing this before I got on the stream, but I woke up later than expected. Only by 15 minutes though, so like, you know, it's not the end of the world. But also it is a public holiday here today. So happy Monarch's birthday weekend from New Zealand, even though the Monarch's birthday is actually in like December or something. I don't know when his birthday is. Purple. That looks good. We'll put the purples to the side here, and the blue, and the pinks, and yellows and oranges I'm going to have a closer look at to kind of see where each of them fall, because some of them get quite golden in terms of the yellows, and then you're just like, do you really belong with the orange, or do you actually belong with someone else? Do we seriously only have one brown? Oh wait, we've got another set. Okay. So one of the reasons why I have these Calligraphs sitting outside of these is because I'm pretty sure that they didn't have names on the barrels. Yeah. And I didn't want to put them in amongst the bunch before I had actually figured out a way to label them that was a little bit more permanent. I have a label maker, but the stickiness of the labels is absolutely trash. So I need to find a better solution than that. All right, blues look pretty easy to deal with. So we might start with those. Just because they're all kind of sitting here, looking pretty in a little pile. Excellent. Now, actually, now as I've said that, some of these I'm pretty sure have different colors on each end. So do we swatch both ends? I think I should only swatch both ends if it's actually a different color. So we flip back to our Calliograph. So indigo, for instance, does look a little bit different, but the rest of them look similar enough that it's not going to be a big deal. I know that we have some different when it comes to bluebird versus denim, and Oxford blue and space blue, and iceberg and dewdrop. So this sub-box one, they look a little bit different to each other. The rest of them I'm probably okay to just go in and swatch once. So we should pull these ones out so I know to swatch both of them, which is possibly that guy. Just looking for the ones that don't have names. That one has a name. This one has a name. You can see the little printing on here. I do really wish that they had have kept up with putting the names on them, because it was just so much easier, especially for those colors that are kind of a bit more similar. So you kind of need a little bit more help knowing which one is which, but same with the acrylographs, but it's fine. It's fine. It's only my feelings they hurt. So going in, we're going to write down some labels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 13 AOCs, because Archer and Olive Calliograph. AOC 1, AOC 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we know where to finish. Makes it a little easier. But what are you working on today? What are you, because I mean, we're going to be here for a hot minute if you couldn't tell from all of these pens that I've written out. So I'd be curious, what are you working on while you're doing this? Because I feel like, as entertaining as I am, sitting here and just watching me do this is probably not the only thing you have going on. If it is, that's excellent. Happy to be part of the process. But if you're working on something else, let me know in either the chat, or if you're here on the replay, heck yeah, replay team, let me know in the comments. AOC, AOC, AOC. Nice. I probably should write out the actual name of the pen, shouldn't I? Ugh. So we've got Sky Blue, Bloom, Pool Blue. Just trying to like flip them so that I can actually see all of the color names, so I can write them all down at once and then go through. It'll be a little bit easier than kind of like draw it out, then pick up the black pen, then write it out again. Ooh, cleaning and downsizing your closet. Nice. I love a good declutter. Declutter time is excellent time. Working on staying warm. Excellent idea. Listening to your live stream and either cleaning or working in your journals or planners. Nice. And watching me swatch to relax. Happy to be part of your relaxing time. Hopefully I'm actually relaxing. Bloom. Okay. Laying in bed eating some puff chips. Nice. I have not eaten yet today. That is a later me problem. Sky blue. But I, of course, do have my drink, which is somewhere. Where are you? There we go. Tink. Holding the couch down. Is it trying to run away? Pool blue. That says blue. Oh well, we're gonna write blue pool, or should we just like blue? Bull blue. Yep, close enough. Splish splash. Cornflower. You know, it was much easier when we just had to write numbers out for the tombos. I mean, technically there are actually pen numbers on the side, which I probably could have used, but I don't think they're on the other ones anyways, so whoops. Cornflower and barely blue. And indigo. Nice. Good job for hydration hit. Oh, working on your July weeklies. You're ahead of the game. I have not even started thinking about July yet. Just to check, make sure. Yes, this is bloom. And oh, it's a very pretty dark blue. It's darker than I thought it was going to be. I'm going to make sure that as we go through, I put these back into the little bag. Otherwise, they will run rampant on my desk and I won't know what I have and haven't done. So you stay there. Stop it. Stop being obnoxious. Cola, help me. There we go. The cola can hold up my pen case. This purple can go there. Sky blue. Which is kind of a stormy looking sky, but it's cute. It's fine. We have a pool blue. I do quite like the Calligraphs. I probably like the Calligraphs more than I like the Acrylographs, just because I've decided that anything that makes my journaling take longer, like waiting for paint to dry, is the nemesis of my journaling practice. So having these pens rather than the Acrylographs, I think is a good move for them. Cornflower, got barely blue, which definitely is barely blue, but it is still blue, so it gets to stay. And indigo, nice. See how the swatching part takes like no time, but writing out all of the little names is like, ugh, what a slug. Beautiful. That looks real good. Okay, so when it comes to these ones, like we said, the ends of each pen are actually different colors, and I am not sure which one is which. So we're going to have to go and find out. It's time for an adventure. And by an adventure, I mean like we're just going to go to the Archer and Olive website. Archer and Olive Calliographs. Now, I feel like I need to go find swatches. Or like pen names or something. There we go. All of them swatched and pen named. So this, let's see if I can show you, because why not? Window? No. Window? Yes. All right. I'm going to shove you over here so that we can actually see what we're doing. So, sorry, take my time here. So we're just on the Archer and Olive website looking at their Archer and Olive Calligraph brush pens, all of the pens named. Yes, I would like to find all of the pen names. Thank you. Okay, we're already there. Excellent. So we've got all of the, oh wait, these are the Acrylographs. Wait, oh, no, I'm looking for the Calligraphs. Yeah. I am struggles. So the first ones they had were the Jewel and the Tropical, and those look fine. We have the Spring Collection, both of those. Pressing on stuff. Come on, lady. Excellent. Okay, so they actually tell you which one is which in terms of like the smaller tip for the darkest one is the space blue, but the larger tip for the big one is, or the larger tip for the dark one, sorry, is the Oxford blue. So we can write those down. Does anybody else find that every time you go to their website, it asks you to accept cookies? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I've already done this. Ah! So for each of them, I'm going to write out the big tip first and then the small tip, because if I do it in that order, it'll be easier. So Oxford blue, and on here I'm also going to write that it's what on the larger tip, so broad. And then on the other end, it is the space blue. And that is the fine tip. So then I know, make it a little easier on myself. Blue bird. Burb. And that is the broad tip. And then we have the denim, which is the fine tip. I thought that this was like a kind of cool idea in terms of like trying to get the what? Fine. Barrelly blue. You happy now? I think that like it's a cool idea to have the different colors in terms of like the broad and the fine, and then you can use them for like gradients and shadowing and all of that kind of stuff. But when it comes to swatching, it's a mish. So iceberg and dewdrop. Did I spell iceberg wrong? No, I'm good. It's one of those things that I'm like, as long as I kind of know what the word is, it doesn't really matter to me if I spell things wrong, especially in the finer text. Like, for instance, bull blue. I'm like, I know that it's not bull. Bull is not a word, or at least not an English word that I am aware of, but, you know. So, dewdrop, and that was the fine. And we've got broad for that one. Excellent. Okay, we can put that away for now. We will come back to it in a bit, though. Ooh, a question. I love a question. Do you have a preference over the artronol linen covers versus the faux leather? Yes. I personally prefer the faux leather because I don't like how some of the linen covers over time, at least for me, they just get a little bit dirty, just because they're in use kind of a thing, especially the lighter colors, which is why if I do a linen cover, I do usually prefer something a little more saturated or a little darker. But when it comes to the linen versus the faux leather in terms of durability, I do find that the linen holds up to life a bit more. My faux leather covers, over time, they have got a little bit weak around the, like, where the front cover bends over to the back. I've found that it gets a little bit tested there. I can find one and show you what I mean. I still prefer them, but I do wish that they were a little bit more durable. But I think that also could be like, maybe I got one that was a little bit less durable, or it was that type of faux leather in particular. Because that's the thing, they don't just have one type of faux leather either. So it's kind of hard to say. Similar idea, they don't actually have the same type of linen all the time either. Like their newer linen is a bit more of a kind of like tight knit kind of thing. So what I was talking about with this join part, it's like this part here on the corner. So over time, this starts to weaken, I find, on this type of faux leather. So up there as well. You can barely see it because I've been trying to treat this one quite nicely, because my last one, it started to kind of rip up the side of the notebook, which was a bit unfortunate, but it is what happens. These are done. We can put these ones away. Blue is looking good now. Another easy color is green. We just need to go and make sure that they're all greens that I actually want in here. But like, okay, you can see how many greens we have here at the moment. This is how many green pens we have just from the Calligraphs. I feel like we're going to need a second green, like green 2.0, because we have so many of these pens. But I digress. All of these do look green. I don't think there's any that I'm particularly worried about. I do just need to make sure that I go through and pull out any that are duplicates, because I do think I have some double ups in here. Like, I'm pretty sure that these two are the same. Yep, they're both jungle green, so I don't need to swatch them twice. We can put it back into our bucket. Ooh, okay, let's see. Question. Has winter hit hard in New Zealand? I mean, I always kind of find it quite cold here. So in Wellington, winter has cometh this week very much, I would say. But I don't know if it's necessarily super different to other winters that we've had. Teal and jade and spring green. But yeah, this week in particular, it has felt very cold. Yesterday was one of those days that was just like, oh, yep, it's just going to like completely piss down, and then it'll be fine. And then it'll piss down again. And then it'll be fine. But then it'll piss down again. I think those are all of my double ups, because I got 2 sets of the March sub box from last year, the Calliograph set that they had in there. Because one of my pens ran out, and then I kindly said, hey, how could I get another one of that one pen? And they're just like, oh, here, we'll just send you the whole thing. I'm like, oh, so kind. Thank you so much. So how many of these do we have? Now, we don't have any Calligraphs that are different colors. Those are all the same. So it's just, okay, maybe moss green. I'm going to pull moss green out and see if that's actually what it looks like, or if I just went over it too many times. So flip this over. I'm getting towards the end of this little notepad, which kind of feels quite satisfying because I've had it for ages. So if that's the broad tip, and this is the small tip, they do kind of look different enough to warrant possibly doing 2, but maybe I'm just applying too much pressure. There we go. I would probably say that they are actually different. So this guy is going to count for 2. So we're going to put that one first, so I know that it's 2 different ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I need 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And we were saying it was A, O, C. Nice. All right. My drink's run out. Tink. Which means we're time to open another one. That one had barely any in it, so it's okay. All right. Random question. Love that. How many pens do you guesstimate you own? I don't want to think about now. Let's see. Ooh, trying to open my can without doing a murder on my desk because I don't want to spill cola everywhere. Well, I mean, let's see. I have at least 108 Tombos, and then I have the full set of 100 Crayola Super Tips. So then you're already up to 210-ish, and then we've got every set of Calliograph that they've come out with, I'm pretty sure. So that adds another, like, we're going to say over 500 pens. That is a very loose estimate, but over 500 pens. Off to find questions. Do you choose a marker for a certain thing? Like, is there a difference in the type of marker that you choose for one certain goal or reason over the other? Yes, I do sometimes choose specific markers. Often if I'm going to choose a specific marker, I'm going to go with a Tombow, mainly because I just like using them more. But for different types of pens, like if you go with, like, when I say different type, I mean like water-based versus like a paint pen kind of a thing. There will certainly be, different instances where I will use each or either. But most of the time, what I do with my colored pens is coloring something. So in that case, I will pretty much always go towards a Tombow or sometimes a Crayola Super Tip if I can't find the right color. Mild liners, I vary very rarely use. I used them more when I was a teacher, and I used them for highlighting, but don't use them as much as I used to. And then when it comes to doing lettering, I am gonna go usually towards more like the Tombow Fudenosuke or the Calliograph with the fine tip, because I usually do fine tip lettering more than I will do broad tip lettering. Unless I'm doing like a header, like a gradient header in particular. For those ones, I'll usually head towards my Tombows. So it's kind of like you're looking for not just like marker brand, yeah? Though we already know I will usually tend towards my Tombos because they're like my ride or die. But yeah, looking at the tip style and the tip size is usually what I'm considering, I suppose. Let's see. If you run out of room on a certain colors page, will you just make a separate page at the end of the section and continue on? I had a couple of different ideas about this. I was thinking either I can go through and put in an additional column in between each one, but I kind of don't want to do that because then the one over here is going to get kind of shunted into a corner and it's going to look a little odd. Or what's more likely is that I'll probably just put green, because green is going to be the one that runs out. I'll just do green 2.0 a little bit further on. I could make a tip in and make it fold out, which means that I'd be able to see all my greens at the same time. So I'm like, oh yeah, you can see I've started like mapping out where I want some things to go, but green would probably just go here, or I could make a flip out. But it's one of those like, let's cross that bridge when we get to it so I don't have to worry. Now, this is going to be moss green. And then the next one is also going to be moss green. It's just going to be the different ends of the moss green. Moss green. And we're going to specify broad first because that is how we've been doing the previous ones. Broad, whatever. I know what I mean. Fine. There we go. That looks good. And then our next one is called Parakeet. And then our next one is called Jungle Green. Now, I know that this process is time consuming. I completely understand that, but I've already found it to be so helpful, like, especially with opening me up to using different types of pens, because as said, I am a bit of a fangirl when it comes to my Tombos. So I would always just default to, okay, let's go have a look. Do I have anything in here? No, I guess I have nothing. Even though I had my other swatches for my other pens, I would always just default to looking at my Tombos and then calling it a day if I didn't find what I wanted. So it has been nice to be able to say, like, okay, I need a green pen, and then come to this swatch and be like, which of these greens actually works? Especially when you're trying to do like a color match for a let's say like a washi tape, yeah? So if you have a washi tape and you actually want to go and color match the color for that washi tape, then it's a lot easier to bring the washi tape to the page and just go look through all of your pens. Alrighty, question. Do you have an affiliate code for the washi tape shop? I do. My code is JashiiCorrin and it saves you 10% off your order, which Copyright is like already onto it. If you're ever looking for any of my discount codes, they're always linked in the description box of any of my videos. I usually only link the relevant ones, but then I also have a link to a full page that has all of my discount codes, which I think is called like JC discounts or something like that. Let's say JC discounts. Yes, it is. Alrighty, I can show you. I can do a little, how we say, screen share again. Wahoo! So this is just a little website, JashiiCorrin discounts, nice and easy, where it has all of my discount codes. So we've got like the notebook section, and then we have the other supplied sections, and it just makes it easier to have them all in the same place. But rather than linking every single one in every single video, I just put the ones that are relevant in the description box. So for instance, in this one, I think the ones we've got are stuff like Archer and Olive, because we're doing the Calligraphs, and also places like Stationery Pal and possibly Journal Say and Easy Craft Art, because they also sell pens. But like in this one, we're not using washi tape, and that's why the washi tape shops one isn't there. Key lime pie. Nice. And olive. See, this is the one that gets me. It's like Blue Lagoon. I'm like, but you're a green! Don't lie to me! But it's fine. Sorry, I know that some of you were here to be peaceful, and I'm just over here like, ah! But Blue Lagoon. Lagoon. Teal and Jade. I again do wish that I had made a separate swatch for teals. I think that it would have made more sense. Alrighty. Keep a screenshot of all your discount codes. You are armed. Excellent. Yes. We love savings. I mean, it's one of those things that I'm like, I would rather give you guys a saving more than I would rather make like more affiliate money. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know if you guys necessarily know how affiliate sales work. But effectively, if I have an affiliate link, yeah. Oh, we've got 2 of Blue Lagoon. We need to get rid of him. Goodbye, other Blue Lagoon. So if I have an affiliate link that says like, okay, we'll do the washi tape shop one because it's easier. So if there's a link that you guys click on that takes you to the washi tape shop from me, and it's one of my special links, it means that that kind of sending you to the shop has been linked to me sending you there. Which means that any kind of purchases that you make through that depends on the program. But any purchases you make through that, I get a percentage of whatever you pay. So like you don't pay more to like have me get money. It's just that some of it goes to me. But then like if I give you a discount code as well, then it's like your total spending goes down, which means that my total earning goes down. But I'm like, yeah, but we love savings. So I'm going to give you a discount code and you're bloody well going to, no, you do not have to use it. You do not have to make purchases, but you know. I would rather you have the option to save money. Spring green, because life is expensive, but we still want the nice stuff. But we want the nice stuff cheaper, because life is expensive. Celadon. Celadon. Mint? Wait a second. Oh no. Mint. Marsh green. Wait, did we already do marsh green? No, we did moss green. Marsh green is one of my favorite greens because it's that really like pale green, which is quite nice. And then parrot green. Now I wrote out an extra one because I forgot to check that the Blue Lagoon was actually the same twice, but that's okay because we do have the entire side range of other colors, and I've got a dark green in here. I've actually got the pastel set as well, which I'm pretty sure has a pastel green. Does it have a, oh, it's soft mint. I do not like that they put those on here, but it does also mean that I probably don't need to keep them separate. So what do we say it was? It was soft mint. So we can put soft mint in here too. Soft mint. Okay, we'll do the soft mint one first. We also haven't checked if it has double colors, but I do like having more soft colors like this because I like to use it for the kind of going every second line. Going every second line. Come on, use words. Highlighting every second line when I do my setups. So put our little marsh green fine in, and then our, I say marsh, it's moss, and then put our moss green broad because they are actually different colors. And then remembering as we go through, we need to put them back into the bucket so that we don't get confused. Next one we have is parakeet. We have to swatch the colors, otherwise we don't know what they are. I mean, like, that's obviously more of a problem with some pens compared to others. Like, I find that the Calligraphs are usually pretty good when it comes to the color of the cap being the same as the color of the pen, but there are certainly some pens, not looking at anybody in particular, Crayola Super Tips, that the pen cap does not match the color of the pen, so having them swatched out is also very helpful in that respect. Key lime pie, nice. Bright but lighter green. Olive. Olive is a little bit more, or rather not as yellow tone as I was expecting, but it's still pretty. Blue Lagoon, which is distinctly not blue, but it's fine. We'll be okay with that. You and Erica have got you addicted to alternating colored lines. I love alternating colored lines. I think it just makes it kind of like a little bit nicer to use. Teal and blue lagoon look very similar. I think especially on like habit trackers and stuff like that, just makes it a lot easier to see, you know, which line is which day or which column is which habit or whatever else. Once we do this, I am going to go over some of those black lines because they are not looking their best selves. That's fine. Celadon is not my favorite green. Mint. Mint isn't bad. Marsh green, the best green, the favoritist green. It's just a super light green. I used the entire pen up though, because I used that in my pandas setup from last year, and by the end of the month, it was completely gone. It decimated the pen. Okay, like we said, we're going to go and do some more of those black lines because they didn't actually go the whole way across and they look a little bit silly. That looks pretty cute. All right, good job, green. Should I put those back? I'm not going to put the pastels back into the bucket as I go because I actually think I still need to swatch those on my Calliograph swatch. Yeah, I haven't put them on here yet, so we're going to keep them out. If we get time or inclined, we will put them in there. Also, tink. Oh yeah, as a dyslexic, having a highlighted line to write on works wonders. Well, that's good to know. Because yeah, I mean, you'd think that if I find it easier, then other people would also find it easier, and it's cool to know that people who have dyslexia find it easier too. So we have come to the range of ones that are a little bit more contentious, like is this a red or is this a brown, or is this a red or is this a brown? Probably not that extreme, but more like is this a pink or is this a red? So we're going to do some swatchings for these ones just on a separate piece of paper so that then we can figure out which collection they actually belong to. And we're going to put them in little camps. So goodbye journal for now. We're going to need to do some little swatchy bits, especially when it comes to peachy tones. I'm like, are you an orange or are you a pink? Now, my initial assumption is that these ones are all pinks and that you are a red and that you are a pink. You look like an orange, even though you're called Flamingo Red. You're a peach. You're a peach. Peach? Why? Cinnamon is brown. You are my only brown, or possibly a dark orange, depending on how we feel. Okay, is there seriously only one red here? Because that's going to be pretty bloody depressing. Okay, no, we've got mauve pearl. Yeah, you're kind of red. Okay, we'll call you a red. All right, orange. I'm going to put a pen in between the red. I know you can't really see, but over here the pens keep rolling away. So I'm like, okay, we'll put a different type of pen in between you so I know that you are the barrier between red and orange. And all of you guys kind of look yellow except for this one, possibly, who is Sunshine. Okay. We'll check Sunshine. Sunshine, yeah, that's more orange. And then you are yellow. And then you are a dark yellow. And then you are the yellow. And then you are almost a brown, but you're golden hour. I'm going to call you a brown because you're more brown than you are yellow. And put the browns over there. And then you're toucan orange, which we should have already touched on. Yep, we've got 2 of toucan orange because that also came in that set that I got a double up of. You should be yellow. Yeah. Ooh, poor baby. A poor baby. You're a little bit, how we say, faded. I think that people, name pens love to ruin people's day. Like 100% that. I don't think that some of the, I think it's also a bit tricky because some of the pen names sound like they should be different colors. Like, I think it might be scarlet or something. When I remember thinking about scarlet, I think of it being a very dark, deep red. That is so orange. But then if you actually go look up the color scarlet, I'm pretty sure it's a lot brighter than that, but I can't actually remember. Peach. God, you suck. Why peach? Why? I'm not trying to be mean, but that is a pink. Dusty Rose is a pink. Peach is here twice, so I only need one peach. Why do I have two peaches? That's a little odd. And this one is, I think, one that has two different colors, possibly, because it's from that old sub box. One of them looks kind of... See, this kind of color is the one that irks me, right? Okay, we're gonna zoom you guys in a little. Like, what is that? What that one's a pink. But who is this and those two? I'm not sure. Like, is that a light orange, or is it like a cruddy looking yellow, or sigh? Yeah, did you put peach under oranges? We could go back and consult my because one of these is called, I think the little one is called Peachy Keen, and this one is called Gold Rush. Yeah, I don't. Okay, the yellows are looking cute. We'll put the yellows to the side here. And peach and this guy. We're going to have a look at you in conjunction with my swatches. Because if I've already started putting peaches in one place, I'd rather continue to put peaches in the same place. So we kind of have some peachier tones in the orange section. But then I also feel like I put them in the pinks too, didn't I? I've got a little bit of... But these peachy tones do look a lot more orange. I'm just going to call it orange, even if it's a light lie. So this guy here is the Gold Rush, sorry. Yeah, that seems to fit in with the rest of the palette. And then this guy here was Peachy Keen, which again does seem to fit in, so they can stay. All good. Make sure that we're actually labeling things as we go, otherwise we're going to have a hard time. How many oranges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 oranges. Be bold and put it under brown. Yeah, I should have just had like a beiges kind of section as well. You know, these are the kind of things that you don't necessarily think about until you actually get started. It's very much a learning process that when you get started on your swatching, hey, maybe I should have done this differently. Oh well. AOC. How many? 7 oranges. CAOC. OC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Every time I write AOC, I want it to be AOE for Age of Empires. Yeah, we need a weirdos page. There's a page of pens that don't really fit in anywhere else, and they can just go and be special and unique somewhere else and not ruin the rest of my swatching. Okay, so this guy was Gold Rush. And that is a broad. And this guy was Peachy Keen. Which is a fine. Which is fine. It's just fine. And then we said we had peach. Peach. And then we have Flamingo Red, which is in the oranges section, because why not? Or because it's actually orange. Also, aren't flamingos pink? So why is the flamingo red and orange color? I don't know. I could be talking smack though. I've only ever seen flamingos in their like drawn sense. I haven't seen a larger one. Lol. I haven't seen a one in real life, and they probably do come in a more red kind of color. Anyways, I like this one. This one's called Orange. It's very descriptive. Makes me happy. This one's called Melon Punch. Melon Punch. I love a good color name that's just, straight to the point. Orange. What I like is when they name colors after fruits, but fruits that come in a variety of like shades and colors and stuff. It's like if you called something blueberry, it's like, which part of the blueberry? Is it the blueberry when you peel it and it looks a little bit green, or is it the blueberry when you vitamize it and it's actually really purple? I also think it's interesting that sunshine is as burnt of an orange as it is, but it's cool. Orange, orangey, beautiful, and melon punch. Oosk. There we go. You have tagged me in a photo on Discord. I will go check that out after this. Good night, Kim. Thank you for being here, and welcome back to the replay. Yeah, team replay. Okay, this looks great. Love that for us. We're going to go do the brown ones because there's only 2 of them. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. And they can go down the bottom. Oh, I forgot to turn my autofocus back off because now it's focusing on my hands. Nobody wants to see that. We want to see this. Better. Okay. So for this one we had golden hour and cinnamon. AOC. Golden hour and cinnamon. It's not one of the easiest words to spell because I'm just like, where is the double? Is it the double N? Is it the double M? I don't know. Thankfully, the pen name is on the barrel, so everything is okay. There we go. That looks good. Excellent. Okay, cute. So now we are into the realm of... Okay, we're going to do the spoiler pen. If you don't want spoilers, or if you have managed to avoid spoilers now, just close your eyes for a second. I won't say anything about it. I'll just do the swatch, and then the swatch will be over. Then we can move on to other things. All right, we're doing the swatch. We haven't finished. Don't open your eyes. Oh my gosh. And AOC, color name. And while we're here, AOC. I know that there's, yep, AOC. Don't even look. Don't even look. Okay, what color are you? I have no idea. Don't look. If you don't want spoilers, don't look. I mean, I know I've already done the thing, but now I need to do the other things that belong on this page. So, like, don't want to ruin it for you. That one, and this one should have 2 AOC, mist, and that one as well. I do apologize for anybody who is actually closing their eyes because I don't want to see spoilers, because I did expect this to take less time than it actually is taking me because I forgot that there were other things that needed to go on this page. So, like, sorry about that. Was not my intention, but I will tell you when you're allowed to open your eyes again. It's not now, though. It's almost now, but it's not now. That looks good. And that looks good. Okay, you're allowed to open your eyes now if you've been trying to avoid spoilers. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, like kiwi is brown and green, exactly like that. So it's like, or are you talking about like a kiwi bird, or are you talking about a kiwi fruit? Like, is it like the brown of a kiwi bird, or is it a fruit? Yeah, I wrote sunshine and susshine instead of sunshine. It's fine. I know what I meant. Where is my susshine? There we go. Little sus. My little sus shine. All right, we need red. Red is nice and easy. We only have 2 reds, which is also kind of sad. I'm like, we actually don't have a lot of red pens in general, which is kind of a bummer because I feel like my personal favorite red, the one that I usually gravitate towards, is 845 from the Tombow range because it's like saturated and kind of punchy, but not too dark. 856 is also quite nice. But it would be nice to have like a proper, like true red Calliograph. That would be good. So we're going to do maroon first, which is very dark red, almost brownish, but calling it dark red. And then the mauve pearl. So maroon and mauve pearl. And the maroon could almost go in the browns as well. Do we put it in the browns? Let's go say, do we have any browns that are actually that reddish? I mean, it would be nice just to finish this off, so ha ha ha. Let's see. Maroon, because I am not against putting pens in multiple places if they fit. Which, I mean, this type of brown is a lot more red than the other two that we have, but it doesn't look out of place, so I'm okay with it. No, why cries? Why cries? I realized that I don't actually have the thing on in the live chat. In my version, where I'm streaming from, I can't see emojis. I just get the descriptions of them. So I'm like, no. Oh, he surprised you by making coffee. That's nice. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, your personal inside joke is sus shine. We have now gotten to the place of, oh, whoops, didn't put in the yellow over here. Fine, we'll put in the yellow. Wait, we've done no yellows. No wonder we haven't finished the yellow. Calm yourself, woman. Just like, we haven't done this. Why didn't we do this? So toucan orange, we've got mustard, orange, yellow, and lime green. I think that's another one. Lime green is also a lot more yellow than people typically expect it to be. And that's one that catches me out as well. So just to check that marigold doesn't have two different colors. This was part of the pastel set. It's not as pastel as I would probably like it to be, but it's fine. We have five yellows. AOC, 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 AOC. And we're going to do toucan orange, mustard, orange yellow, lime green. Toucan orange. Mustard. Orange yellow. I just love it. Lime green. Yep, and we're going to put you in the yellows because why not? Grr, arg. I mean, we're putting you here because it's where you belong, my friend. Marigold. There we go. Oh, I think it's time. Tink. Pale ivory out of the new sets. Alrighty, my new sets haven't arrived yet, so I need to just hold off on my snark. Toucan orange is so pretty, but it is certainly not what I would call an orange. It is very much a gold, but that's okay. Mustard. I quite like mustards in general. I mean, yes, for eating, but mainly I was thinking of the color. I think a mustard and a dark blue is a very nice color combination. We have orange yellow, which is, I don't know, nice enough. 3 tabs down, 3 to go. Keep on going. You got this. Any ideas for monthly challenges? Oh, excellent. Depends. What kind of challenge are you looking for? Are you looking for like a creative challenge or like a self-improvement challenge or a physical health challenge or a mental health challenge? Give me some more information and then we can brainstorm for you. But I do love a good monthly challenge. I think a monthly challenge is usually the right amount of time to stay motivated with something. Like, my personal challenge that I'm doing at the moment is a savings challenge and just, like, trying to save more money because I've been pretty slack with actually contributing to my savings. Marigold, you come out here. You're not sitting over there just for now. We're going to also go put the everyday blue in because we haven't put the everyday blue in. But yeah, if you want a creativity challenge, you could do like journaling, kind of like journaling prompting kind of things, or it could be like a doodle a day or AOC. A challenge that I'm looking forward to doing towards the end of the year is a 100-day challenge. So it's like doing something or like intentionally learning some kind of skill for the last 100 days of the year. I might build in some buffer time for that because I'm not going to do stuff on like Christmas and New Year's Eve. Like I probably won't be doing anything there either. But I want to try and intentionally build a skill over those last 100 days. This one is called Everyday Blue. Every day is so wonderful. And suddenly, the colors don't match the barrel. Wah. Okay, pink. I like pink. Pink or purple? Pink. Pink. You scared the crap out of yourself. You thought you'd cut 3 squares too deep in the page. Okay, yeah. No. That's always a bit of a worry. Like, this is why we measure twice, cut once, as my mom says, so that then you don't end up with, cutting something that you're not supposed to. Pink velvet, cotton candy, pink, very descriptive. Berry mist. Isn't that the same one as berry mist is the same one that we have in the everyday. I was going to say the everyday explorers, but that's not what I mean. The everyday basics or pastels or whatever it was called. And dusty rose. Okay, so how many do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pinks. Put you down here, which I had just lined you up so beautifully, and now all of your names are all over the place. Oh, I'm so sad that not all of the pens have names. I know I said I'd get over it, but I'm not over it yet. AOC. 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 How many did we need? 6. AOC. One more. AOC. So, dusty, rose, magenta. Oh, also, I don't think I've mentioned it, but I actually now have a place that you can put suggestions for live streams. So if you ever want to give me a live stream topic idea or something that you like to see as a live, then we do have a like kind of form. I guess it's like a 1-question form. It's not very exciting, but it's just where you can drop those so that I can see them all. So if you ever have a suggestion for a live stream, it is linked in the description box. But it's just like bit.ly/JC live suggestions or something like that. Because I have been enjoying doing our live streams, but I would also like to do lives about things that you actually want to see. In the description box, we also have a separate survey link kind of thing, which is again just like a 1-question thing, where you can put suggestions for video topics, because some things are better as lives and some things are better as just straight videos. Cotton candy and pink velvet. The name of which makes me a little uncomfortable, but that's okay. Being uncomfy is good for us. Your dad is trying to stop his dad from playing Diablo. Oh, you can't have it. Dusty rose. That's a pretty color. And magenta. See, that is not what I would call a magenta. Usually a magenta is a lot more like purple, I thought, but maybe I'm wrong. Could be more of a red color like it is there, but that's okay. Almost tempted to go put the magenta in the reds, but it's fine. Pink. That's like a Barbie pink. I love it. I really want to see the new Barbie movie. Like cotton candy. And the pink velvet, which again I don't super like the name of, but it's here now. Soft G followed by an E. Magenta. My little star's twisted. Thank you. There we go. I'm zipping this up. We haven't actually finished the purples. The purples. This way. Oh my gosh. We've almost finished the Calligraphs. What's wrong? You don't like magenta? I'm gonna go shove it in my magenta microwave. So we've got grape jelly. We'll put that to the side here. Wow, just everything going everywhere here. Grape jelly and orchid and okay, bluebell. Are you blue or are you purple? It's not even blue. And I don't know, a bluebell's supposed to be such dark purples? Whatever. We have purple, that's good, and heliotrope. Heliotrope. No, come back, Gelly! Gelly, where are you going? Okay, now that's done. We have these ones, and we also have periwinkle. So that is 6. AOC. 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 And just if anybody was wondering, yes, I know it's pronounced magenta, not magenta. AOC. AOC. Yeah, bluebell is like a I don't know, because like I would still call that a purple. I know it's not very easy to see. Come on you. So I think it's still technically a purple because a grey wouldn't be quite as saturated. Yeah. Yeah, you can call me Guess. My name isn't Jess anymore, it's Guess. Grape. Jelly. Grape. Or is it grappe? Grappe jelly. Jelly. And orchid. Or orchard, I guess, depending on what they intended with that. Bluebell, also known as not really blue. 0 bells, but it's fine. Purple, love that. Nice and descriptive. Heliotrope. Or is it heliotrope? Trope. And the other one is just called periwinkle. It's just called periwinkle. KLE. Love it. Yas, periwinkle. Periwinkle's totally a blue, but shh, it's fine. Magenta is more of a pink and fuchsia is more of a purple. See, that just feels like a lie. I feel like fuchsia should be more of a pink and magenta feels like more of a purple, but it's fine. I don't know my colors properly, obviously. Heliotrope is a nice purple. It's a little bit more subdued. It's like a kind of muted but still kind of bright purple. And purple is kind of like a kick you in the face kind of purple, which is gorgeous. Love a good purple. Bluebell is a lie. That's fine. Excuse me, where do you think you're going? Come back here. Orchard/orchid is kind of more of a pale, almost lilac-y kind of thing. And then grape jelly is kind of more of a red purple. It's quite pretty though. All right, all of you need to go away into my very full bucket of pens. Now, periwinkle I honestly think is kind of blue. And I'm wondering if we don't put it in the blues as well. Like that looks like a blue, right? I don't think you're ready for this, Gelly. That looks like a blue to me. So I'm going to put the periwinkle in the blues as well because it seems to fit better there. Shrug. Sorry, I know I'm shaking you guys around a bit. Not my intention. So we'll shove you here too because it honestly looks the same as the dewdrop color. AOC. What did we say you were? Periwinkle. And this is very much one of those, but wait, there's more kind of moments because not only do we have those ones, we've also got this entire set that we need to swatch as well. Like, Which is, again, upsetting because I don't have names on the barrels of the pens. So if I chuck these in with my other ones, it's like, cool, who are you? Who are you? We do have the swatches in the Calliograph swatch section though. So we have Pale Petunia, which is kind of pinkish. We have Sunset Orange, which I would go as far to say is kind of orange, but kind of yellow. Calendula. I guess the question is, do we trust my swatching and name writing, or should we just go back to the ones that are in the on that Calliograph page? Let's go see. We'll just go have a look at it because I think I trust it more. But like the calendula, okay, I wrote it right. I just don't know how to say that word. Sunset Orange looks good. Hazelwood looks brown, and it's also got 2 different shades, so that's something to be aware of. And I think that would be this one. I'm like looking through these pens and I genuinely couldn't tell you which one was which. You look like Buff. But is Buff a creams? Why? And then we've got blues, like blueberries and myrtle blue. And then this one here is like, okay, if you're a grass green and you are a lie, like you're kind of blue, kind of green blue. I feel like we've got 3 blues. You might be meadow green. Oh my gosh, this is so frustrating. Soft dahliat. How do we say this word? Dahliat. Calendula is a type of marigold flower. Okay, that's good. The E. Calendula. Whatever. So we've got calendar, and we've got. Well, okay, we'll put down the calendar because at least we know the calendar is yellow. And I think that was this one. I'm gonna put that here. Yeah, okay, your calendar. Good job, AOC calendar. Okay, I can't say that because I will actually write down calendar if I'm not careful. Calendula. I really apologize to anybody who's watching this and they are like sensitive to words being said incorrectly, and you're just like, Jess, you're gonna give me an aneurysm. Like, just stop. Okay, now we have hi, Plan Create Cope. Oh wait, no, the meadow green is a lie. Yeah, see, the meadow green doesn't feel very green, does it? It kind of looks somewhat green on the screen, but when you actually swatch it out, it's very kind of gray blue almost, I feel. Like, let's see. You can see that the meadow green I actually put in between the breeze blue and the myrtle blue because I thought it was more of a blue kind of color. And then when I went and actually labeled them, because I put them in color order that I liked first, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're green. I don't agree with that at all. Oh, hi, Jennifer. So these 3 I've decided are blue. You are a green, which is fine. You're grass green. I feel like we need 2 tip sizes for the grass green. So we'll go put the green in now. So we do broad first, as is usual. Oh, that is a pretty green though. I do like that green. I like that green. And then we have the little tip, which is a lot more saturated, which is also very pretty. Love that for me. Okay, AOC, and you were called grass green. Grass green. I don't think my grass has ever been quite so dark in terms of its greenness, but that is fine. So grass green, and that one is the broad because we do the broad first because we have a system that we're working with now. And this one is the fine. Thank you, Linus. Cute, we can put that one away. That looks good. This guy here is the purplish kind of color. So the soft dalelet. Dalalala. We will put that in the purple. That one I think that is similar enough twice that I can just get away with putting it in there just once. So that's fine. Because the periwinkle looks more like a lie. This is a very dark purple, but it is quite pretty. Quite pretty. AOC. What is it called? It's called soft as well, which I think is a choice. Soft. Dahlia. I feel like it should just be a soft dahlia, and it shouldn't end in a T, but it's whatever it is. So, okay. See, I think that this one is the part that really irks me, because I don't know if you guys can really tell here, but absolutely not. On here, it looks more green, and on here, I think it looks a little bit more green than it actually is, because when you actually swatch it out, it looks a lot more blue. So we're gonna flip back to our blues. Okay, let's just do it. A little check. A little check. Do I actually agree with my own statements? I mean, stuff it. You're a grey. You're not even going in the blues. Like, I'm gonna call it a grey. I think it's not saturated enough to really warrant being here. Okay. That's cute. See, you look like you belong here, friend. This looks like where you belong. AOC. Meadow green. If my meadow looked like this, I would be sad. Like, not that I have a meadow, but if I had a meadow and it was this color, I would be sad. Meadow green. And then we're into the blues. Blues. You're pretty sure it is dahlia. Well, I mean, it's got a T on the thing, so I put down the T. Meadow of a necromancer, maybe. Yeah, indeed. Very much that. It doesn't feel like, it does not feel like a particularly fun color, I guess. I also think that it's interesting that we came out, I say we, I didn't do anything. They came out with a botanical stroll set of pens, like that's what it's called, but all of the pen colors are really kind of like dark, which makes sense in the sense that it was autumn or like fall. It's the fall set, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, wait, it was autumn for me. Okay, now I'm confusing myself. Yes, let's hydrate because obviously, tink, I'm having a struggle bus. Okay, I remember now. The thing that got me about this set of pens is that it came out for spring. That makes sense. It was springtime. It was called Botanical Stroll. That makes sense because, again, springtime. But all of the colors looked very dark and not so much like muted, but yeah, it felt more autumny than it did springy. Aok and Aok. And this one here is called Blue Breeze. But it is a moody looking breeze. And this one here is called Myrtle Blue. I'm very satisfied by getting to the end of our blues here. That makes me pleased. And then I'll get my next set of Calligraphs and we'll roll over, but it's not here yet, so it's not like it's going to come today. These ones are the yellows. Is this a yellow? Are you a yellow? Je ne sais pas. One of you is pink. Okay. You are orange. Are you though? You can see I'm just like, oh. Okay. If this is an orange. Yeah, okay. It's totally an orange because it could sit in here, but it would look quite dark. So you are an orange. We'll go put you in before I change my mind. I assume you are sunset orange, my friend. I mean, on this end, you almost look brown. So yeah, you totally fit here. Sunset orange. I'm hoping that our next set of pens goes a little faster because I won't have to write out all of the names. Because, you know, these ones were all just numbers, made it a lot easier. You, this one, are buff, and I'm going to put you in the brown section. Because you seem to fit here nicely. Should have just put all the peach tones in the brown as well. AOC buff. And then we have one that's called Hazelwood, I assume is this guy. Yep, that's a brown. Which I feel like the cap color of this one and the actual pen color don't match so much, but it's fine, it's fine. Did you snag anything from the Archer and Olive Spring collection? Yes, I snagged these pens. So I think I grabbed the... Was that when they brought out the everyday pastels? I think that they brought out the pastels later. But yeah, I bought the set of pens that we are looking at now. From the summer collection, I grabbed the 2 sets. I think they had 2 sets of Calligraphs. I'm a bit of a sucker for pens. I'm also a bit of a completionist, so I also just like can't say no. I think I've gotten to the point though where I'm saying no to buying more acrylographs because I don't use the acrylographs, which means that I'm never like there's not much point in getting more of a pen that you're not using, you know? And I'm trying to not let my completionist self hold me hostage in that respect. Ah, oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's the plural of Dahlia. That's nice. Thank you, Google. Thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. I'm like, I'm sure that they wouldn't have had it misspelt on the web. I mean, like, they could have had it misspelt on the website, but I'm like, I'm sure they wouldn't have done that. Okay, excellent. Oh, guess what? AOC. This one is, what do we call it? Pale Petunia. Pale Petunia. Great success, team. Oh my gosh. As it stands, as of current, I have done my current stash of Calligraphs. Round of applause. Excellent work for us. We are not moving on to the acrylographs next. In fact, we're going to move on to the Papermate Inkjoys because it is an easy win. Alrighty, we're running 1 hour and 17 minutes so that we know roughly when I need to timestamp this biscuit. Okay, Calligraphs are away. The nice part about my Inkjoys is that I have distinctly less of them, and I've got them in these little plastic drawers that I have on my desk. So obviously there are more than just Inkjoys in here, so we're going to pull out the Inkjoys and we're going to swatch those. And the nice part is that I have, as I said, distinctly less of them, so this should not take as long. Now, pink, those 2 are the same pink, so we do not need double ups of them. We just want 1 of every pink color because I have multiple. Thank you, Monica. Got a yellow and a brown. There we go. Just put it in order of what we're going to see in the book. Like this guy here, he is very tealy. So I'm like, do you go in blue or do you go in green? My pens are running away. My pens. A purple and a proper blue. Like 3 blue ones. And then, of course, I've got my black one. I think that's actually all of the colors I have for these ones. So we're going to shove that to the side. Brown goes down in here. Yeah. Gently drag them across. And pink should go here for putting them in order of my swatchisms. Okay, so what did we decide that the thing was called? It was called Papermate Inkjoys, PMI. Papermate Inkjoy. So PMI red. So nice. PMI orange. Aren't you glad it's not a banana? Oh god. PMI yellow. Okay, so then we get to PMI green. And I think I'll put the PMI teal in here too. Because I've already put the teals in here, so it just makes sense to continue on. Oh gosh, there is a PMI darker green, isn't there? See, you're onto it. PMI dark green. Thankfully, there's so few of them that it's not going to be hard for me to decipher what each of the pens are anyways. PMI, 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 because we've got like light blue, navy. I'm going to call it navy. And we're going to call that one blue. I'm going to call that one light blue. Love it. PMI purple. See, it's nice when you just make up the names yourself. So PMI magenta, no, PMI pink will suffice. And then PMI brown. And PMI black. We'll start with that one because we're already here. There we go, that's colored enough, right? No. We will do the whole box. We'll do it properly. I mean, it's one of those things that I do not really intend to go through and use these pens to color in any kind of large section of anything, but for the sake of completeness, I want them on here. There we go, that looks good. Okay, the black is done. I feel like I want to go back to the red and start there because then I won't be coloring over the top of stuff that I just colored in. So PMI red. See, that's a beautiful bright red. Love that, except for the fact that you are not a, how we say, coloring in pen. You are a regular writing pen, but you're gorgeous. And we will put them away as we go because we are tidy Kiwis. Orange. This is a nice orange as well. But they aren't really made for coloring. They are made for regular writing. So this takes just a little bit longer because of that fact, but not as long as the Calligraphs would, and that is why we did not move on to the Calligraphs, because oh my goy. It's also the kind of thing that, like, with the Calligraphs, I'm not even sure if I want to swatch them, because I know I don't really use them so much, so I might be inclined to swatch them last, or see if I actually have space to swatch them, if that kind of makes sense. Like, they are one of my larger collections of pens, but if I never really lean towards using them, is there a lot of point in taking the time out of my day to actually go and put these in? You can see that I haven't used these for a while, so some of them are having a bit of a struggle. Thank you. I'm trying to do some coloring in here. You're not making it easy on me. There we go. It's also because the angle of the paper here is really awkward for getting the little ball rolling in the nib of the pen. So it's having a bit of a struggle bus moment. And I could try and use a different one, see if that one works better. But, oh yeah, okay. He's alright. It's fine. Now the dark green was this one, which is a very pretty dark green. I actually just love the Inkjoys in general. Like, they are my go-to writing pen. I just typically don't use the colored ones as much. I used to use them more, again, when I was a teacher, because I would use them for marking and stuff, because then you can, you know, pick a pen that isn't the same as the one that either the student's been writing with, or, you know, mainly if the student's been writing with a colored pen, you don't want to mark in the same color, because then it's a little bit harder to see where you've been marking stuff. Thank you. Good job, teal. Because, yeah, I think that I know I've already said it at least twice. I wish I had a teal swatch, because I think that that would have just been a nice option, just because there are so many teals, and also because then I would have more space on my greens for the ones that are actually green. Not to say that these aren't green, but hopefully you kind of get what I mean. Alrighty, light blue. Scratch, 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 scratch. Now, I know I don't need any more pens in my pen collection, but what pens do you guys like to use? Do you just use like the ones that we've already kind of had a look at, like the Tombos, the Calligraphs, the Crayola Super Tips or whatever, or are there other pens that you guys like to use? Because not necessarily on the hunt for new pens, but I just like to be aware of what's out there, you know? Like I said before, and by before I mean approximately an hour and a bit ago, those Ahuhu markers. Ahohu. That sounds like a Pokemon. Ohuhu markers are something that I'm like curious about. Not curious enough to the extent of actually purchasing them, because I don't need more pens, but I am still curious. There we go. Make sure that it's nice and dry. Blot it with my finger before we move on. Oh, that is a beautiful dark purple. Ah, I love dark purple. There we go. Oh, Stabilo 0.88 pens. And the Ohuhu markers, we've had some Uniball Signo. Nice. Love that. Alrighty. Because one of my favorite writing pens, it's like not writing often, but just a little bit of writing, is this Pilot sign pen. I just love how thick and black it is. In terms of like the quality of the black ink is chef's kiss. So good. We need to do some blotting. Blot. See, a little bit of blot. A little bit. And then the pink. Yeah. Tombow Furunosuke. I do like that you can just get like some light variation with it, even if you don't apply a lot of different kind of pressures or anything while you're writing. I also quite like the Tombow Furunosuke for drawing, which I think is a little bit interesting, but I think it's a nice pen to draw with as well. There you go. Blot that with my fangle. And brown. Put that one in there too. This guy has seen better days. Seen better days. He's a little bit dried up on the end because he has not been treated particularly nicely. I'm going to find the other one. Maybe the other one will have an easier time of it. Yeah, 100%. Because I have had these pens for a while now. And I know it's one of those things that, like, you know, if you don't use the thing, then you lose the thing. Same idea with pens. Same idea with washi tapes. Dry. Your needle size 0.05 Staedtler. So small. Zebra Click Art. They are fun pens too. I don't have the full set. I just got like a very small collection of them. But I think that they're quite fun as well, eh? All right. Those are the Papermate Inkjoy pens, which I need to somehow try and fit back into their little drawer so that I can actually close the drawer because they are very full. Let's see, is that gonna close? Oh, with a stretch. There we go, we got it in. Excellent. And my other little drawer done, looking swell. Now, I love a good quick win. So we could do the Flairs if we want to continue on with Papermates. Yeah, why not? Alrighty, so at 1 hour 28, we are on to, boom, the Papermate Flair pens. Yay! Which are also in little drawers. But these little drawers are tucked into a little corner. Also, just a reminder, tink, make sure you're having some drink. Let's see. An opinion of the Ohuhu. They're like companies using the same pens, just changing the packaging. Oh, interesting. Oh, yep. The, I know what they're called. Altenew. Altenew had that. They had a set of pens that looked very similar to the Ohuhu markers, but I also don't have the Ohuhu markers. Now, do Papermate Flair pens actually have color names? That is a question to ask ourselves. Papermate Flair pen color names. Type. 32 assorted colors in, plum, raspberry fizz, orchid lay. I'm like, that's great. Do I know what any of those are? Absolutely not. But I'm sure we can figure it out. She mused. Oh, Lord. For reference, I'm currently looking at the Papermate website, I think, and it's not as helpful as it could be. Let's see. It's like, yeah, we have a whole bunch of different pen colors and stuff, but we're not going to tell you what they are. Yeah, because they're not on the barrel anywhere either, are they? I don't think they are. Like, I'm going to call you Orange, but you probably have an actual name. Because you can get different sets as well with different... Oh, Candy Pop. That's cute. Okay, that's not going to help me, though. Let's see. Papermate Flair, blah, 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 color names. Do you think Jet Pen has them? Oh, okay. Okay, possibly. Possibly. Oh, this is Jenny's crayon collection. Sorry. Sorry, Jenny. You were doing so well, and I was being very rude about it. Okay, so she seems to have them in the order that they are. She also has lime twice, which is fun. But I think those are actually the same color of pen. And I mean, which makes sense because I've got 3 of that one, and I do not need to swatch all 3 of these. So we're going to tip these out. We're going to sort them into just having 1 of each color. And then we are going to do some swatchems. Okay. So, are you 2 different colors? No. You 2 are different colors, though. These 2 oranges are the same orange, so we do not need 2 of those. These 2 yellows are the same yellow. We do not need 2 of those. Ooh, okay. Yeah, see, because I love dot markers in general, so I think that trying the Ohuhu dot markers would be kind of fun. But I don't really need them. I don't like buying things I don't need in general. But even more when it comes to pens. Of course, I still get suckered into things, like possibly buying all of the mild liners when I don't even use the ones that I already had, but it's cool. Those 2 greens are the same. Are these 2? No, those 2 are different. Those 2 are different. These 2 pinks look quite similar, so I think one of those is the same. How did I end up with so many double ups? I don't remember. Monica, did you do this to me? Did you give me these? 2 reds. Don't need 2 reds. That looks about right. How many did she say there were? 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18. 19, 20, 21, 24, 27, 30, 31, and then the 32nd one would be the black one, which I do have. It's just not... It's not here right now. Please leave a message after the time. No. It's around somewhere. Okay, so greens are nice and easy, she says. Teal, green, teal, blue, 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 grey, purple, 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 blue, blue, orange, orange, yellow, 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 mustard yellow, red, red, red. Oh no, 2 reds. Who am I missing then? Because those are the same 2. How have I stuffed this up this badly? I don't think I have all 32 colors, because those 2 yellows look like the same yellow as well. And these 2 oranges are different, even if they kind of appear quite similar. Yeah, throws Inkjoy pens. Thank you, Monica. I appreciate you. I love pens. Browns go over in the brown section. They're over there. You look kind of pinkish, but there's gonna be some contention over here with the pinks and the purples, well, as per usual. These 2 reds are the same red, so well, okay. Are they? Let's swatch. Where is my little paper? My little paper. They do look to be quite similar. And this one, yeah, they're the same one. So chuck you back into your little hiding hole. So how many do we have now? Okay, so there's black. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, not quite 30 something. I'm missing some of the blues. Oh no, this was dangerous. Why did I go and find a reference that had all of these colors? Because now I'm just like, well, Jess, you don't have the full set. You must go get more pens. I'm like, you don't need more pens. Please don't do it. But also I'm like, I must. I must get more pens. I don't need more pens, but I want more pens. Is this child a brown or is this child something else? He's kind of a dark golden yellow, so we will put him with the dark golden yellows. And you are the purple, the lilac-y purple, and you are possibly a purple pinky purple. We'll start with the easy ones. As per usual, as is typical. I'm almost tempted to line these up in the same order that she has on the screen here so that I can use... Oh, I like how she's actually labeled the pens too. I'm not going to, but I like how she's done it. Oh, is the line part of the 32? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. No, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like she's done that. Wait, here are all the colors labeled. Pen flare names are blah, blah, blah. Okay, so she's got like an actual picture of them labeled too. Can I open this image in a new tab? There we go. This is the reference. This is what we're going to use. It's going to help us out. So this gummy green, which I think I might be missing, because I'll have... Looks like I'm missing a red. No, because I've got red. This is red. I don't have cranberry, though. I don't think. Unless, yeah, because this is magenta, maybe? But then I've got like this like punch you in the face pink. Is that regular pink and the picture just doesn't give it away? Because this would be pink. That would be papaya. I'm sorry. On what planet is that a strawberry? What is that? Like, the people who label these pens make me angry. Anyways, okay, fine. Stuff it. We're going to do the easy ones. We're going to do red. Like we said, we're going to do red first. So we've decided that Papermate Flair is PMF. Papermate Flair. So we can do the red one. That will keep me happy because it's nice and easy and it's just red. Yeah, the cranberry one I think is I'm missing. Of course, now I'm like, zombie. Okay. PMF. Papermate Flair. Red. Nice. Love that. Okay. Now we're on to, boom. Now there's tangerine and guava. This guy is tangerine. Which, I don't know, I would just probably call him orange, but that's okay. And guava. Guava is cute. It's kind of like a grapefruity orange. So, PMF, guava, and tangerine. Yep. Wait. Yes. Tangerine. It's one of those things that, like, the names aren't actually on the barrels, so I'm not really too fussed about having them be quite correct. Did you know that Zombie was written about the troubles in the Northern Ireland? Yes. It's a good song. I mean, it's a sad song, but it's a good song. Okay, so in terms of Lello, we have the one that's called Yellow, which is nice and easy, so we'll do that first. And then, after the one called Lello, we will have... Okay, so we've got Marigold, yep. And then the one after that is called... Marigold looks kind of orange. Should have maybe put you in orange. Could go back and put you in orange. Yep, we're going to put you in orange as well. Whoops. See, it's fine to have them in multiple. It's okay. So that's PMF Marigold. And PMF Yellow. And PMF Marigold. Like, it's like no distinguishing label on this, I think. And it says Mexico on the side of it, but that's not really helpful. That's not helpful. And then this guy here is salted caramel, and that was the one that we said was like a very kind of golden yellow, so he can stay here. Even though he is also kind of brown, a little bit brownish. And that one was PMF salted caramel. Caramel. Gorge. Love it. Okie day. From Northern Ireland, we asked about Dairy Girls and Troubles anytime I travel on. I didn't watch a lot of Dairy Girls, but I liked the parts of it that I did watch. So now as we've done those, we are getting into the realm of green. Oh, my good friend green. So lime is nice and easy. So we'll chuck a lime down, which came out darker than I was intending, but it's fine. I mean, expecting. Oop, that's the wrong way around. Turn that. Okay, so after this, we then have green, which is easy as well. So we've got lime and then we've got green. Those two are both easy and not really contentious. PMF, lime, green. I have absolutely no inclination to release my own line of pens, but if I ever did, they would have names on the barrels and they would be sensible. Or, counter argument, they would be completely not sensible. Like, those are the two options. They'd either make 100% sense or none of them would make sense. This guy is olive. So, like, I might call this one unwashed pants or something like that. PMF. There we go. When you do something like fucking Gaelic, oh, that's nice. Yeah, one has to be called Susshine, but the Susshine is going to be like this blue. It's like Susshine. Like, is it shine? So I guess that this one would become gummy green because there's no other pen that she's got that's kind of like a tealish color. So I mean, it at least belongs in the green section by my, the way that I've decided on how this works. So, PMF gummy green. That looks good. We love that for us. And then we're on to the blues. And just to check that they're actually blue. Yes, you are distinctly blue. That is fine. Yes, you are distinctly blue. That is fine. And the rest of them I'm not too worried about, so we will just leave them as is. But flipping over, so we have, okay, so this is where I think things get a little bit tricky because the pen colors on screen look similar enough that I'm not too sure which ones I've got. Like this guy here, this nice dark one is called navy, so that one's fine. That's blue, that one's fine. I think that this guy is scuba dive, and that would mean I just assume that I don't have blueberry bubblegum. I think. I think I don't have blueberry bubblegum. We'll chuck the colors into the swatch first, anywho, and then we can have. I say an argument. I'm really only arguing with myself here, aren't I? Like, I'm arguing with the screen. It's not a healthy relationship, me and the screen. Oh, thank you for being here while you could be, Stephanie. Hope you sleep well. Okay. Now. So we've got navy, we've got blue, then we've got scuba dive. And then I assume we have sky blue. And then I believe we have Surf's Up, just based on the barrel color compared to my barrel. But again, it's maybe a little hard to pick. I mean, it doesn't matter too much. As long as I know that they are the Papermate Flairs, we will be fine. Cute. PMF. 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 Papermate Flairs. I wrote PMP. No! PMF. I mean, now it just matches, right? Navy, and then blue, and then scuba dive. I need to keep reminding myself that this is just going to be very satisfying when it's finished, because a lot of me is just like, why did you do this? This takes so long. But it's going to be good. So just stick with it, Jess. You can do it. Surf's up. Dude. Okay. We're now getting into the realm of the pink/purples, and this is going to be the part where we kind of start to get a little bit tricky on things. Like, some of them are very obviously purple and they don't need a lot of argument, but these guys in particular, I'm not too sure about. So we're going to get those out. We're going to get out our paper, maybe fold it over so that then we have some clean space to work with. There we go. Clean space to work with. Oh, was I not hearable? I'm sorry. I hope you can hear me now. Also, Tink, make sure that you're hydrating. Okay, you and you. Okay, I think that this one is Raspberry Fizz. This one is the Orchid Lay, and that this one is Strawberry. And in terms of the colors, I think that this one is more of a purple than it is a pink. I think that this one is more of a pink than it is a purple. And this one is also more of a pink. So I think that these two are going to stay with the pinks, and this one's going to go with the purple. And I'm going to put it down now so that then I know which one it is. Because this one we decided was the Raspberry Fizz. MF Raspberry Fizz. Love that for me. Yay for us. And then I've got 3 more purples. I assume you are actually a purple, my friend. You look like a purple. You're called passion fruit. This is another one that I'm like, when I think of the passion fruit, I usually think of the flesh rather than the skin. So I would think of passion fruit as being a yellow color rather than a purple color. This is why naming colors is dumb. It's not that dumb. I'm just being a hater. Okay, so we've got our... Oh, that was a lot darker than I was expecting. It's cute, but it's dark. Same can be said for some people. You're cute, but you're dark. Like, your sense of humor is twisted. There we go. Those two look exactly the same, which makes me think that maybe I got a double up in terms of the colors. But no, yours and the other one look fairly similar. No, you're okay. You're the same. You're the same. There we go. And a purple. Beautiful. Love that for me. So gorgeous. Love purple. And the passion fruit, which is just a choice. I mean, again, like, I understand that passion fruit is multiple colors, the flesh, the skin, yada yada yada, but it's a weird choice. Passion fruit. And then you are, funnily enough, called purple. Shock. And then we have grape gum and lilac. grape gum and lilac. But it's interesting, right? Because like this one is called grape gum, and it is, at least in terms of the barrel, it's like not a super saturated. I mean, I don't know. It's very middle range purple, whereas our grape jelly was much more of a red purple. I mean, I know that they're different pen brands, but it's quite interesting. Isn't that what makes some people cute? A twisted sense of humor? Yes, it could very well be that. So passion fruit looks cute. We are done with that. We're on to the pinks. Ha 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 ha. And one of these is magenta. So we've got magenta, pink, strawberry. Wait, what are you? Are you? Okay, this is papaya. Okay, I was very conflicted for a second. I'm like, we already did guava. I'm like, yeah, that's because that one was guava. So guava was this one, which kind of does look a little bit pink tone, so probably could have been in the pinks, but which means you are papaya, my friend. You are the papaya. Okay, we have papaya. We have pink, which is more akin to that kind of Barbie pink that we love so much. We have magenta, which is beautiful. And then we've got orchid lay and strawberry. Which is a very interesting color for a strawberry, but it is fine. I think it's like what Monica said before. It's like that kind of like fake artificial strawberry flavor. PMF. 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 Okay, we decided that the first one was the papaya. Papaya. Isn't a papaya more of an orange color on the inside? I thought it was, but who knows? Pink and magenta. Is the inside of a strawberry just before it gets white? Okay, alrighty, we'll allow it. I will allow this. We've got magenta. But that's the thing, like this is a magenta, that's a magenta. I don't know where the other magenta went. Probably into the purples, but PMF orchid lay and plum. Wait. No, I don't have a plum. Really? Aww. Unless you're the plum. But you do look like a passion fruit. I guess I don't have a plum color. That's a bummer. That's fine. It's fine. But again, this is why I'm just like, oh, I don't have all the colors. I need to get more colors. Like, you don't need more colors. You need to calm down. That's what you need. But here we are. Strawberry. Please tell me that I'm not alone. If you are also one of the people who gets very like, oh, I must complete the set about your pens, then come commiserate with me because I feel very attached to the idea of having the whole set of things, even if they're pens that I don't really use, but even more so when I'm like this close to finishing it. This is so frustrating. Yeah, you need more colors. You need all the colors. I'm glad you understand, Deb. Because, yeah, I just get very worked up on the idea. This does look like a brown, so he can stay. That one's 100% a brown, so there's absolutely no point. You, my friend, are called mocha. Or matcha, depending on how you pronounce it. There we go. So we've got matcha, and we've got pumpkin. Which is a dark, kind of like the pumpkins, kind of on its last legs kind of color, but mocha, PMF, mocha, and pumpkin. Pumpkin. Nice. And then we can do the one grey, which is called slate. We actually also have a black, so we'll get the black one out as well and put that one on there. P, M, F. I'm going to assume that the black one is called black and not like noir or midnight or something equally pretentious. Slate. And the black one. There we go. Cute. Isn't that just looking swell? Ha! Yeah, give the duplicates to Rachel and buy the missing colors. No, she can't have my duplicate notch. She could have my duplicates. I don't know if she necessarily needs them because she also has Papermate Flairs, I believe, but alrighty. So those are our Papermate Flairs finito. Do you or do you not feel bonita? We are going to do the Staedtler Triplus Fineliners because they have numbers rather than names. So 155, let's go! Yeah, boy! So in this one, I actually have two different types of the Papermate. Oh, Papermate, get out. Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. I've got the ones with the blue tip, which are more of like a bullet end, like a coloring pen. And then I've got the Fineliners. We're going to be doing the Fineliners rather than the, I don't know, what do you call this? It's just called Triplus Color. So we're going to do the Triplus Fineliners. Hello, Fineliners. So we'll get all the Fineliners out, which again, you can just tell which ones they are by the caps not being blue, which is a little bit easier than having to go through every single one of them, which is nice. Grab all of these out. I don't have any double ups of these ones, but I have all of them except for the black, and I didn't bother to get the black because I wouldn't use the black. Oh, get out of the way. I need to sort pens out. Now, the nice part about these ones is that I do have a full swatched list, so I can already see which ones are which colors. The only problem is that some of them aren't labeled. Like, none of them actually have a label, but you might be able to see at the very bottom here. Yeah, you can see that little etched number, like right there. That gives me which pen it is. So it's also on the sticky label, which is nice. So this is number 16, which means that I go to my list and I find number 16 wherever it is, if I can, which I can't. I thought I put you in order, but maybe I'm talking schmack. There it is. Golden ochre. Yeah, so I know that this one is golden ochre. I can tell that I want to put it like in the brown kind of section because that's where I put it over there. Or I could probably put it in the yellow section. More likely than not, I'm going to put this in the yellows. So we can go through, we can pull out. I also have the neon colors. Those ones are on the side here. So we'll put this, how about we put it on the other side? What a sensible lady I am not. We can put that there as a reference so that we can go through and put these into their little color families. So some of them are nice and easy, like we know which ones are oranges. This guy here, you are number 24, so you're scarlet red, but I would call that more of an orange. And this is where I was like talking about the scarlet color before, many moons ago. This guy here is number 43, so you are light orange, so you can go into the oranges, which I would have initially put you in yellows, so that makes sense that we're doing it this way. This guy is number 43. Yep, 43. Wait, light orange twice. That makes sense because I do actually have duplicates because I bought this as part of a separate set and didn't realize, but it's fine. We'll chuck that over to the side. This one is number, see, this is number D6. It's got like D6 written on it, but that's because it was part of a, possibly part of a set. You're actually 110, so you're bright yellow. Nice. You, my child, are number 14, mustard, which is kind of yellow, but kind of green. I'm going to put you with the yellows. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to do it. This one is number nothing because it got bought as part of, like, the ones that were bought as part of a bigger pack, they don't have the numbers on the bottom, which is a little bit frustrating, but it's cool. It's whatever. It's only my feelings. They hurt. I assume that you are one of my brown ones, though. So, brown, 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 brown. You are number 77, tobacco brown. You are number 29, carmine red. So I'll put you over with the reds. Reds can go over to the side here. This one, I believe, is possibly mahogany. I'm going to put you with the reds. We'll swatch you and we'll check. This is 23. This is mahogany, so you can't be mahogany. You possibly are Bordeaux red, possibly, which is still a red, so you're a pink. You are number 48. So you say that you are a Kalahari orange, but I think you are red. So I am going to put you with the reds, which is interesting because if I had have just looked at the cap, I would have put you in brown, but you're actually a red. Put these ones in the middle here. This one's a light sickly yellow. No, it's a vanilla. Okay, that looks cool. You have 17 pens total. Nice. At least it makes it easier to make a choice because you have less to pick from. So that is also good. Like, there are benefits here. You are pink. You are pink. You are pink. You are pink. Just if you were wondering, you are a pink. You are a pink, question mark, maybe a purple. Let's have a check. This is why we have the little page for the swatches. You are a purple, don't lie to yourself. You are a pink. You guys look like you're the same pink though. So you're K6 and you are 21. 21 is light rose. You look like light rose, so I will put you to the side as well because the pastel set is the one that I'm pretty sure I have double ups of. Bloody peach. You are the peach color, so I'm going to put you with the oranges. You are the sand color, which is somewhere brown. Yeah, that makes sense. And then you are number 222. 222. Slammin'. Slammin' is this version of Slammin', at least, is more of an orange. So we'll put you with the oranges. Yay! It's looking good so far. You're brown, just if you were wondering. And you are antique pink, 26. Okay. You're an interesting looking pink, but I'll put you in the pink. I'll put you with the pinks. So when it comes to the other set, because I've got them in two different pen containers, I usually just set them off as like browns, pinks, reds, yellows, and oranges go in one of them. And then in the other one, I have the blues, greens, purples, that kind of stuff is typically how I like to do it. Also, the grays end up in here too. So I'm not actually going to pull those ones out just yet because I believe that they are all a different color. I'm going to swatch these ones first and then we will go back to them. But we need to make sure that we remember to put this purple in with the purples, which we can do. We're intelligent folks here. We can figure this out, she mused. We're just going to start with the red because it's at the start, and we decided that the Staedtler Triplus Fineliner are called STF, so Staedtler Triplus Fineliner. For reds, we have 5 of them. Okay, 5 reds, and just to double check, especially the contentious colors, yes, you are a red, and yes, you are very much a red. That is fine. Okay, so they're all red. I'm content with the idea of that. Who decided to put everything in my way? I mean, I know it was past me, but still. Like, curse you, past me. Making things tricky for yourself. And the nice part about this one is we're not going to write out color names. We're just going to write out color numbers. STF, 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 STF. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. STF. Cute. Okay, this one doesn't actually have its number on it because this is one that got purchased as part of that 20 pack. So we need to go back and find that it is number 2. Number 2. And then this one is number 29. Nice and easy. 29. This one was number something. I can't remember what number it was. I should just mark this page so that then I can come back to it easier. I don't know why I thought it was over here, so I couldn't find it. This guy was the possibly carmine red. I don't remember. This one was mahogany, 28. And this one was 48. So yeah, you will be 29 or 23. What did I just say? Where's my other red? One of them must be missing. Well, now I'm just frustrated. Okay. I know I've already said it like thrice. I really wish that these places would just put numbers and names on the barrels of their pens more consistently so that then I don't have to have this struggle bus kind of moment. It's only a lot frustrating. And I know that in the grand scheme of life, it really doesn't matter. But it would just make my time a little bit easier. We'll swatch out all the ones that we do know first, and then we will put in the ones that we do not know. 28. 8, not 20, I don't know, squiggle. I quite like the Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. I usually do not, funnily enough, use them for colouring in. I do just use them for writing stuff. But it is nice to have as many coloured fineliners as I have. 48. Okay, so we know you're not 29 and we know you're not 28. So who are you? So you're not 29. You're not 28. So you must be 23. Yeah. And this would be a really good moment for me to write on this pen to say, hey, it's number 23. But I'm not going to because I don't have anything to label it with just at this moment. There we go. That looks cute. Love it. So red is done. On to the orange. And I believe that all of these orange pens I did decide were indeed orange. I'm going to put the bright ones out the front. Maybe. Do I want to do it that way or, oh gosh. It really genuinely doesn't matter. But yay, you got all your cooking done. This one is the neon, so this is 201. And that is certainly neon. I always find that like neon red is one of those colors that I'm just like, no. Because I think that this one is technically like a neon reddish kind of color, but I always find that neon red doesn't really look red to me. STF. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. STF. So if you, my friend, are 201, and then this guy here is 401. And then this guy here is something. You are just the regular orange, I'm pretty sure. Because, yeah, I think that the one that I've just done here This guy is the fluoro orange. This one is the fluoro red, but it doesn't look red. It looks orange. So lies. Lies. We'll do all the ones that are easy first, because we can use process of elimination after that. So you are 222. Just put you to the side. Put you up here. So you're out of my way. 222, and then 430. I do like that these ones have triangular barrels, so they don't run away, which makes it a little easier to do this part. 2, 4, and then the last one is just going to be whatever orange is left over. So we'll go find that on our swatch chart once we've done the rest of these. Because yeah, this was the original pack of them that I bought, which was like a 20 pack of just more generic colors. Whereas any of the ones that have a label sticker on them, like the one that I'm doing here, like this guy with his little label sticker, which you can kind of see very blurrishly, that one I purchased as an individual pen. So it was it's a bit easier to tell which ones those are because they have a sticker on them. And I have kept the stickers on them because then it is easier to tell. Because not only does it have the number on it, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them have the name on it as well. So I don't need to do any guesswork. No guesswork for me. No guesswork for me. Dee-dee. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Oh, hi, Jessica. Do 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 do. Oh, Carmen's here too. Hello. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Ah, so satisfying. So for the orange, it was number 4. Orange. And that's why it doesn't have a thingamabob on it. Cute. On to the yellows. Boom. Are we trusting in the heart of the cards that I sorted these right? Yes. I'm going to put them in roughly that order with the fluoro one up first. And we're going to see about 101. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 STFs. I feel like STF needs either another letter or it needs to be STM, like scribbles that matter. Don't say it while you're trying to write it out, though, Jess, because you will stuff it up. STF. 3, 4, 6, 7. STF. Okay. So you are 101. And you are 103. No, just 13. 13. 10. Numbers so much easier. You are just straight yellow, and that's why you don't have a number. 14. 110 and 16. And if we flip back to this one, we have yellow is just number 1, so that's nice and easy. Yeah, stretch. Oh, okay, fine. I'm stretching. I hope you guys are stretching too. Oh. No more stretching. Okay. I did a stretch. I've actually been thinking about that a lot recently. It's just that, like, my flexibility has dropped so hard. Like, it crashed through the ceiling. Basement floor. Bad flexibilities. I would really like to get into more of a stretching routine. But I also know that my cup of giver stuff is very low at the moment. So chances of me doing it, pretty slim. But it is something that's kind of like I should get onto this sooner rather than later. Because, like we said, if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. And I would like to build my flexibility back up a little bit. Because, yeah, I'm not necessarily doing myself any favors with the level of stretchings that I am not doing. Okay, I know that you say that you're mustard, but if my mustard came out looking this green, I would send it back. It's fine. Why is watching so therapeutic? I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I like to see the like just slowly the bars of color kind of filling up and know that we're getting to a point where this is just going to be one of the most helpful things that I have in this journal. But one of the other things that I added to this journal to make it a little more useful, because this is my long-term collections journal, is that I added a tip-in at the front of my Tombow swatch chart, as you can see here, and I put some contact paper over the top of it, which is why it's shiny, so that it will stay nicer for a little longer, because it was quite a large piece of paper. But I find that when I flip to the back of my journal, more often than not, it'll open to Calligraphs, but in here is where the Tombow swatches are. So I thought, hey, if I have one at the front that flips out to the side, that might be useful. So we've got that too. Now, moving on to tip pinks. And we've only got 4 of those. Just to double check that I still agree with my former self. Like, you're pink. That's fine. That's fine. You were the dusty pink, and I was kind of contentious on that one, but it does seem to fit with some of the other pinks we have, so that's all good. And this one is super pink, so it's all good too. Okay, so we have 4 STF pinks. STF. 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 Also, tink. I think that, yeah, when it comes to coming back to my stretching, because I literally just reread the chat, I have just noticed that, like, my general kind of like bend down flexibility is not what it used to be. 2, 2, 1. You are special. What are you? What are you, my child? You are magenta 20. And this is one of the ones that I've actually used the most, so it's actually kind of blunt. Because my heavy-handedness and fine liner pens don't work too well together. The question. I love a question. I will read it once I have finished coloring this box. There, I have finished coloring the box. So we have the question of, are you going to swatch your mild liners and dot markers in this section? So the mild liners are already actually in here. Anywhere you see ML is mild liner. So the thumbnail of this video is a little bit of a, I don't know. It's not clickbait, because I don't think it was clickbait, but like, it's not quite right. It's just I forgot that I'd put it in. But the dot markers, I'm not going to, probably, only because I never use them for coloring in, and I will always use them to try and match with something that I'm already using, if that kind of makes sense. So I think that the Zig Clean Color dot markers I will just leave by themselves. The mild liners, though, I am going to eventually swatch here, as you can see, because it has mild liners written out at the top here. But that is not a right me now problem. Right me now? Right now me problem? Right now me problem. You are 0, 2, 1, and you are 0, 2, 6. Antique pink. Antiquay pink. I think it's actually antique rose, but shh, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Antiquay. Nope, it's Antiquay pink. I was right. There we go. So the pinks are looking good, and now we can move on to the browns. Yee. We're getting there. Going places and doing things. Brown, brown, brown. Brown, 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 brown. There we go. That looks like a good brown order, I think. So you are 77. I'm just going to color them all in first, and then I'm going to go and put their numbers in. That idea of batching tasks so that it doesn't take quite as long, because if I batch them in terms of coloring, so I'm like doing the same task repeatedly, and then I go and write all of their numbers in, I'm just using that one pen to write all their numbers in, rather than pick up a pen, put it down, pick up the black pen, write in the name, pick up the next pen, put it down, pick up the black pen, write in the name. Like, Obviously, with this colouring in section, we need to change pens a fair bit because we are colouring in different pens, but it does speed the process up just a little bit. That pumpkin colour looks so red compared to the browns that I put next to it, but it's all good. Yeah, because I quite like having the colors done by, like the swatches done by color, because then if it doesn't really matter what pen type I'm looking for, I can just come and find a color match. But I also like having them by pen type, because if I'm looking for a fine liner, I will go to my Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. STF on all these. And then we will put the numbers in. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it more. Now, this one is number 77. And then you are something. And then you are number 75. And then you are 73. And then you are something. And then you are number 450. So these two ones are the ones that came in as part of my 20 pack that we talked about before. Cute. So if we go back and have a look, one of them is going to be 7, light brown, probably the light brown color, and the other one might just be 76. Yeah, so 76 for you. And then 7 for the light brown color. Done. Looking cute. Okay, so those are the browns, oranges, reds, pinks, yellows, and now we need to do the green, blue, purple kind of realm. That includes this purple one because that one is the red violet. I'm pretty sure. Doesn't say on it, but it is. Let's just say it's the red violet. Jane Mayday. I quite love her. Her drawings are beautiful. I mean, isn't she an illustrator? Like, she has done illustrated books, I'm pretty sure. But her work is very, very, very pretty. And pull all these guys out. And be on the lookout for duplicates, because we do not want duplicates. I've already found one that I am not pulling out. Well, I'll pull it out, show you, because it's double up of that one, and this guy is a double up with that. Because again, I somehow got 2 of the same. You are also a double up, my friend. These two look quite similar, but they are not the same. They are actually different. I don't think you can really tell, but they are. Okay. So easy mode is to just go and pull out all of the same color to start with, and then we can check to make sure that we actually agree. So grays can all sit over here, blues can sit over here, purples can sit with that purple, and then all of the greens, the ones left over. What are you, my child? You are 36, which means you are indigo blue. Nice. Okay. So the ones in particular that I probably want to check just to make my soul happy are the grays. Light gray is fine. This one is called warm gray, and it is kind of more of a blue, so I think that it's just going to go in both camps. And then we have... Oh, I think I might have 2 of the light grey. You're 820. Yeah, light grey has 2 light greys, so we'll take that we'll keep the A21 in because at least I'll know what it is. And then those are the other 3 grays. So those ones are fine. You can see the black isn't colored in because I don't actually have the black, but I guess it doesn't really matter. So we'll just color it in with this one because, like, I would say that all blacks are created equal. I do not believe that any of my black pens are exactly the same as each other, but considering I'm not going to go and buy the black Staedtler Triplus Fineliner, I don't mind if this one's just filled in its place. It's okay. Because, I mean, like, you get black pens that have, like, red undertones or ones that have kind of blue undertones, sound like cool or warm. Yeah, it's just... it's just a little bit easier to put that one in though and just kind of call it a day because, again, I'm not going to buy it. All of these greens look like they should be greens. That's fine. The only one that's possibly contentious is number 59, Opal Green. I don't know which one that is though. Not you. Maybe it's already over here. 59. Yeah, okay, so this is Opal Green, but I reckon it's more of a blue. So I'm going to keep it in Camp Blue. Okay, let's go do some stuff. Bah. It's morphin time. I don't know why that's in my head. Okay. Goodbye, purples. We're doing greens. And I'm just going to loosely put them in an order that seems nicer. Doesn't need to be anything crazy. I don't think that this really matters. I'm just moving stuff around because I can. That looks fine. That's okay. It's all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, haven't we color them in first? Because we literally just talked about the fact that that was a better way to do these things. Because then I don't have to try and count out the STFs. I just do them up until the point that I get to the end of the line of pen colorings. That whole idea of working smarter, not harder. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I don't know if you guys heard the loud crash. Vogel was putting stuff in the glass recycling, and I'm just like, oh my god. It was so windy here last night that I genuinely, multiple times, woke up thinking somebody was breaking into my house. And I have an overactive imagination at the best of times, so when you pair that with general creepy somebody is trying to get into your house noises, it usually isn't a super fun time and isn't a good recipe for quality sleep. Sad, sad, sad. And there we go. Getting there. It's kind of fun going through the pens also, getting kind of more familiar with the colors that I actually own in everything, which means that I'm more inclined to use them in general. But one of the things that I notice, especially with these ones, because of the nib type, I can really quite easily tell which ones I've used much more often than others, because their nibs are just a little more Flatlanders. Flatlander nib. Flatlander nib. Cute. I do kind of worry that I'm going to run out of space in my green swatch. I know we already talked about it, but the fear is real. Or maybe when we get to the end of the green one, we're just like, no, we're done. That's it. It's over now. No more swatching for you. You must dispose of all of your other pens. You can't have any more. Well, at least I started with my Tombos, so at least I've got my favorite ones on here. You are 501. You are 550. You are a mystery, dear friend. You are another mystery. You are 52. Nice. Make sure we put it in the right place. You are another mystery. I have a lot of greens, it seems. And another mystery. And then 55. And then 38. Make sure that 5 actually looks like 5 and not a lie. And then another mystery. No, 54. 54. Killing it. Nice. There we go. All right. So, where were we? Need to figure out which ones these are. So you are my palest green, my beautiful palest green, which means that I'm pretty sure that you might be lime and you might be 53. And then we've got a more punchy green, which is more like a willow, so 51. And then we've got a kind of khaki-ish green, so I assume that you're 57. And then we have one that's more of a just regular green, which is 5. Nice. Oh, chopping off your nails. I don't know. This is usually my regular kind of length that I keep them. If they get much longer than this, I let go of them because I just find it hard to live my life if my nails are too long. I had quite long nails for Rachel's wedding a couple years ago, and okay, close your ears if you're sensitive to this kind of thing, like painful things. One of them snapped across the pink part here, and it was, but it didn't snap completely off, so it kept on getting caught on things and was like bending, and it was like very painful. But it's fine. I got it sorted out. It was just not a fun time. And since then, I'm just like, you know what? No, I don't need nails that are that long. That's not a good time. Tink. Like I can appreciate the aesthetic of long nails, and I love it when people kind of like gesture with their long nails, and it really just kind of accentuates the motion that they're doing, which I think is very pretty. But I can't deal with having them myself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already talked about we're not doing that, Jess. What are you doing? I'm just very used to. There we go. It's fine. That looks like a color order. I'm gonna do it on an angle here. Ooh, that is dark and it is pretty. Okay, 1. And this is the one that's called opal green, I'm pretty sure, even though it's distinctly blue, but whatevs, it's fine. The number of times I say it's fine when I'm just like, this is a mild inconvenience, but I'm going to pretend it's the worst thing ever. It's fine. I really should use more of these. This guy is my saddest pen. His name is Azur, and he arrived kind of busted. I don't know if you can hear me trying to shake the ink down in him. He doesn't have a lot of love to give here, to the extent where I'm like, do I even bother trying to swatch you? You might just be dead. I might just need to let you go. I might leave a space for you just in case I get another one. Because again, like the Staedtlers are ones that I already have a full set of, so I would totally be inclined to get another one of that to replace. It's just that they don't actually sell them where I am, like the individual Staedtlers in the colors that I need. I got a good chunk of them at Officeworks, and I think that this particular color they didn't have at Officeworks, so one of my subscribers sent them to me from Germany. They came from Germany, and I was like, wow, I appreciate your dedication to helping me complete my pen set. It was very kind of them. So they sent me, I think, about I think I had something like 12 or so colors that I was missing from my lineup, and they sent me all 12 of them. And that was one of them, and that one came, and I think the cap had come off during transit, and it had dried up, which was sad times. But I really appreciated their help in getting my pens. Because, yeah, they do sell singles at Officeworks, I know that much. But they didn't have all of them. Also known as #devastation. STF. STF. I spent so long in Officeworks, though, going through, like, each of the pens on the back and, like, checking the numbers and checking them against the set that I have that was listed online. And, yeah. Managed to get a good chunk of them. 59. Something. Then after that something, it is in memoriam 32. So I need number 32. And then that's 301, because I think that's part of the neon set. And then this guy is something. And then you are something. And you are, oh look, something. That's helpful. The last 3 pens in the blues are just like, huh? Yeah, Azure is the one that is Requiescat in Pace deceased. But the rest of these are fine. I just don't know their numbers. Okay, so you can see that, like, when he first came, I managed to get some out of him and put him down, but alas, 34. Wait, what? 34 is aqua blue. But I don't have a 34. I'm very confused. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Cleo, the condensation. I have some of these in here. Specifically this one. That is so frustrating because everything else is in like a really pretty little order. There we go. That's better. Fummel. Because everything else was in the right lineup, and I was just like, no. Didn't you have an Azure as one of the duplicates? No, sadly. I don't actually have any duplicates of my blues. I had duplicates of the pale green and the pale purple. STF. That one is 34, aqua blue. And then we had, so regular blue is 3. And then we have 37 is ultramarine blue. And then we have 30 is pale blue, even though it ain't that bloody pale. And then this grey blue is called Delft blue, and that is 63. Beautiful. And we also talked about the idea of putting warm dove grey in. Warm dove grey. It's not warm dove grey. Get out. It's just warm grey. That one is number 30. No, it's not. It's 83. Don't get it wrong. This is the one that I use for Vogel's journal. And he picked it specifically because it was blue, like a darker grey blue. So it needs to be in here too. There we go. Beautiful. 83. 83. STF. 83. Nice. Okay, you guys are done. That one I have not put back into my packet of pens because it needs to be something that says, like, it needs to be out as a reminder to say, hey Jess, you need to go and get yourself one of those. Okay, pinks and oranges go back in the packet. Purple. Alrighty. I believe that all of these are purples. I reckon they are. That one can go there, that one can go there. That looks great. Time for coloring. It's coloring time. Beautiful. How satisfying is that? Well, what's slightly less satisfying is the distinct lack of purples that I seem to have across my pen collection. Like, what gives? Where are all the purples? I do wish that there was a better range of purples, because I feel like for some of the transitions, I don't have very good options. Like, the purple to red transition, I think that I don't really have a lot of good options, because a lot of the time it is just, like, the aggressive magenta colors rather than anything that's a little bit more, like, I'm gonna say subtle. It's not necessarily what I mean, but it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Beautiful. Okay, so you are not numbered. STF, nope, you're not numbered either. STF, 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 STF. That one doesn't have a number. You're not helpful. That one doesn't have a number. You're not helpful. Ah! Okay, so only 2 of them actually had numbers on them. Struggle bus is real. So one of you is red violet. You're 61. That one's nice and easy. One of you is violet. You're number 6. One of you is, okay, oh dear, dark mauve? Mauve? Dark mauve. 62 for you. And you are 69. Yes, because the other one actually had a number. Cute. Alrighty, purples are done. Boom. I know that one of those purples I was putting into the... Okay, so you can possibly kind of see it, but... sorry, there we go. So, like, these are my 2 buckets of pens, and I just feel like this guy sticks out like a sore thumb, and that's why I put him over here, even though he's been swatched with the purples. So they look like they make a little more sense. I know that all of the blue caps kind of don't make a lot of sense, but they're this color, like it's red, but it's got a blue cap. But yeah, well, a little unfortunate, but at the same time, I know that there needs to be something that helps distinguish it. I have managed to steal away my grey. Where is my warm grey? Here we go. I need to put my grey in with my greys. Grey, grey, grey. Grey, grey, grey. It's not looking good for Azure. Yeah, exactly. I don't think that they were being sold in our... Sold? Oh my lord. I do not believe they were being sold in our neck of the woods, so that's why I had gotten one sent to me. And it pains me that I can't remember their name. I know that they sent... Every time somebody sends me something, I always keep the... Like, if they send, like, a letter with it or anything, or any kind of, like, you know, name on the envelope, I always keep that. It's just I keep them in the back of my old journals, so that when I got it, like, at the point of which that I got it, I have that tucked into the back of my journal to say, like, hey, look, you received, like, happy mail type stuff from insert name here. Like, when Jill sent me happy mail, I kept the card that she sent and I put it in the back of my journal. Scribble, 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 scribble. Yeah. Scribble, 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 scribble. Yeah. Let's see. It's in a blue pack, though. Okay, so if I, like, get just a pack of blues, then I can get it. And then I'll have all of these blue double ups. Alrighty, let's see. What is the best color fine liner brand in your expert opinion? I would not consider myself an expert, but I appreciate the faith that you have in me. It's hard to say, because the only colored fine liners that I have kind of used and stuck with have been the Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. I like the range of colors. I like that you can get a set that has a good, range in terms of, like, how many you're getting and also just like the kind of color series. But I also know that for people who are heavy-handed like me, fine liners aren't really our friends in general. So if you're gonna be buying fine liners and you are heavy-handed, it's usually better to get cheaper ones because you're probably gonna go through them quite quickly. I just make a very conscious effort to make sure that if I am using my Staedtler Triplus Fineliners, I am not applying too much pressure. It does take effort though, because it is not my natural state of being for using pens. In terms of other colored fine liners, I know that the Stabilo ones have a pretty good range of colors as well, and I do believe they are a little bit cheaper. I don't have them though, so I can't really say with certainty how good they are, if that makes sense. 83. But I would say that these ones here, like considering they are the ones that I've kept with and stuck around with, they are my personal favorite. We have a pen here that I don't know the name of. Let's see, so we've done 85, done 86. It's probably just 8. 8. Yay! Alrighty, there we go. Look at us work it. Love that for us. So we have done the Staedtler Triplus Fineliners. Now the ones that we have left are the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pens, of which I have this many, which is like not a huge amount. Like, and they're all in the same bloody colors, aren't they? Like, I don't really have a lot of variation here. We've got some peachy brown, bloody peach. Got some peach kind of colors. And we've got some, I don't know, a couple of oranges, mainly browns, a couple of greens. But I think that we're probably going to have to leave these ones for another stream. I know I was so eager to get through all of them. I think that we just have the Pitt Artist Pens and the Calligraphs left, but I have a meeting in approximately 10 minutes and I would like to go get a snack before then. But thank you so much for joining me on this small adventure. If you would like to see another swatch where we actually finish my swatching, then make sure that you give this video a thumbs up so that I know that you enjoy this kind of stuff. Otherwise, if you have any suggestions for things that you would like to see on a live stream, then make sure that you jump into the description and tell me what it is, because I love suggestions. I love hearing about them. I'm going to go and grab a snack and tidy up my desk for my meeting. But again, thank you for joining me and have a fabulous rest of your day. Goodbye, team. Goodbye for now.